How's it going, everyone? Hope you all enjoyed your Halloween. Today, we're going to be looking at Fury Warrior again in Mythic Plus for Dragonflight. And this build, basically, we're going to be looking at another multi-target build focusing on clearing ads and having a little bit less damage for single target. But the idea here is that every minute and a half, you're going to have your big goes, and then every 45 seconds, basically in between the minute and a half, you're going to have a mini go. So the idea here is that you're going to be running Avatar with the Berserker's Torment, and you're going to be running Thunderous Roar to get the dot as well. You don't want to get the reduced cooldown because that messes with our goes. Then you want to get your Odin's Fury. This is basically going to be your mini go that you're going to be mixing with your Recklessness. That Anger Management will get it down to about 45 seconds. Unbridled Ferocity as well to get some procs. And then when you get these procs, you'll be able to get some casts of the Avatar as well by casting Recklessness. And then finally, Hurricane, basically for Ravager, will be helping us to get some big goes in terms of getting that 5% increased strength every 0.8 seconds for 6 seconds. So the idea on the minute and a half goes that you're going to charge in. You're going to drop your Hurricane. You're going to wait like a second or two at most, get your strength to increase, and then you're going to pop your Avatar, Recklessness, Thunderous Roar into an Odin's Fury. So that's kind of just the idea there for the build. We're going to be doing a plus 12 Algathar Academy, basically just so that we can keep it in line with our last video. If you want to check that out in the description below, basically, check the description below and you'll see there. Is this guy here? Yeah, there he is. You'll see the description. In the description below, we have another build that focuses on doing bleed damage as well as a crushing blow from Reckless Abandon. So that was the idea there. That build is really good at spiking big pull damage, but it was lacking a little bit on overall damage. So we're going to see here if this build can perform a little bit better. What we're looking to get, at least for the stream baseline, is between 50 to 60k overall. That's basically what we've been seeing here. You can see here it was 66k on the first dungeon that I did with it. And basically we want to have over 60k. So you're going to charge in. We want to get enraged. Drop your Ravager. Give it like a second or two. And then you can go to town on all of your cooldowns. So not a really big pack. So our cooldowns, our damage isn't going to be anything crazy. But usually something like 100 and 100k is what you expect on pulls. And it's pretty consistent, which is a good thing. You know, other builds that I've been looking at will spike to like 300k, but they also will only do that like every 1 in 10 pulls, so it's not really consistent. You can also pair things, obviously, like pots. I don't want to use one there just for the first pull, so you guys can see what it would be like on average. So here's going to be the breakdown of your damage on your group pulls for your minute and a half goes, and I can see I have a go ready here in 10 seconds. And this is going to be the majority of your damage. Thunderous Roar dot, and then Ravager is also doing a lot. Rampage, going to be your big ones, per usual. So you want to get in and get your Recklessness, Odin's Fury up as fast as possible. Basically now you have 35 seconds until your Thunderous Roar is ready to go for another big damage output. And now we have Recklessness and Odin's Fury lining up with that as well. So even on the small pulls here, you can see we're still averaging like 55k. So nothing too small, but nothing too huge either. It's just kind of like right in the middle. But now we have 10 seconds until our cooldowns are up. So that's really good. Basically, you don't have to wait a minute and a half like you do with a lot of the other Fury builds. So I really like that. It kind of just gives you more buttons to press and more time to do it. In terms of like your cooldowns, your overall buttons to press, pretty much exactly the same. What is this guy doing? I've never seen this pulled like this. Get both. Not sure what he's doing. So we're gonna Rage, drop Ravager, hit our macro, which I will go over here after this pull. And then you just Whirlwind and then pop your normal damage. So you can see you're pretty consistent right around 150k. Again, Thunderous Roar, Ravager, Rampage doing the majority of the damage there. And that Glacial Fury, for you guys that don't know, is going to be from your Flask. Basically, the Flask here for Dragonflight, you can see, is this Glacial Fury, where you're going to just basically be getting a stacking damage buff. And after 5 stacks, it pops off. All right, Rampage is up, so we're going to go into our mini go. That was really close. Damage is pretty low because I was more so worried about not dying there. Big problem with this build that I'm not a fan of is, once again, dealing with the frenzy stacking, which, you know, it is what it is. It's necessary for single target damage, and if you're staying on the same mob, it's, you know, not really a problem. But yeah, I mean, you could, in theory, if you want, take hack and slash, but we don't really need recharged raging blows, so it's not super. What is this tank doing? Yeah, this monk's damage is super low. I didn't think he actually would. Oh, my healer's gonna hate me for that. Alright, getting enraged. Oh, I'm asleep. Oh, please get me out of sleep, thank you. Getting enraged. Ravager. No! No! Get me out! Yes! I live! Oh, if I didn't fall asleep there, I could have easily pumped over. We hit like 199k on that overall. Easily could have gotten over. So yeah, I mean, that's the idea on the build, basically. That's pretty consistent. When you have big packs, your Thunderous Roar is going to do crazy damage. So it's pretty fun. And then everything else is pretty consistent. They're pretty close to each other. So it's just a good consistent build that's not going to like spike you anywhere crazy. I mean, 200k is pretty high, but it's also not going to leave you hanging. So we'll start this with a mini go, wreck into Odin's Fury. And then this is where the build does shine a little bit, so it's gonna have better throughput on single target compared to your a lot of your other builds from Fury. Oh, I messed up that. Actually, that's alright. Totally messed the rotation up on that one. So you can see compared to other classes, our single target's actually pretty competitive. And then obviously, as you saw, our multi-target can really spike as well pretty hard. So I think it's pretty good overall build. It definitely can probably use some tweaks as we go along. But I think as we get gear, it's going to really shine. It's going to really just improve as the expansion goes on. Little skip for warriors right here. Nothing crazy, but just kind of fun. Jump over that chasm. And our overall is sustaining pretty comfortably over 60, so usually it's closer to like 65. Again, this is only my second dungeon doing it, so I don't want to say usually, because I don't really have any means of an average, but let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to link any of your builds or recommendations, or even like just theories that you haven't got a chance to try because you haven't gotten to beta, but you think would be good. Definitely messed that up. I should use Ravager first. I'm just going to spell reflect this and then use the pillar. I ate that tornado. Didn't realize our healer wasn't there. How are they dying on that? Must have got knocked off the edge. Offline. Cool. Well, guys, we'll just probably end the video there. So this one's going to be a little bit shorter compared to the other ones. We do have this issue a lot where people are disconnecting on beta today. It's been like you saw that Monk before saying he was lagging really badly. But basically, that's the build. The idea is that every minute and a half, you're going to have some big goes. And then in between, every 45 seconds, you're going to have some small goes as well. It's going to be nice, too, because you're going to have a lot of uptime on a lot of your recklessness. So that's going to be really good. You'll have that going a lot as well. So we're at 40% there. Nothing crazy, but that's pretty nice. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you want to let me know in the comments down below if there's anything that you change in the build, any additions that you think would be helpful, or any play styles that can maybe tweak it a little bit, do let me know down below. And if there's any builds that you want to see tested as well, for sure, toss me a comment down below and let me know. You can either link it or you can just describe it and I'll try to put it together and do a video as well. I think M+ testing will be done this week, but it should be coming back up again this coming weekend. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll have more Dragonflight content coming out in the weeks to come. Peace.